The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this webinar. It's first in a series of two webinars introducing some of the nice, interesting features that have been added into SolidCAM 2014. SolidCAM call them enhancements. Basically, the nice little features that they've added just to make your programming life that little bit easier. My name's Les Bolan. I think a few of you may have spoken to me before, and I shall be taking you through the features that have been added to enhance the machining of pockets. What we have three little features here that we've got. One is the ability to use multi-depth pockets in one operation, so you don't have to do separate operations for more than one pocket just because it's got a different depth. So as long as the start height is the same, you know, you've got your same zero height level to start from, it'll do the different depths all in one. The second feature that I'm going to show you is the ability where you can actually finish the pocket to a larger size than the model pocket. Up until now you couldn't do that. You couldn't finish it larger than it actually is modelled. Now you may want to do this due to tolerancing. If you've got a plus tolerance on your pocket and it's been modelled up to bottom limit, you may want to increase the size of that pocket, and as I said previously you couldn't do that, but now you can. And the third option is in the pocket recognition feature. You can now choose or you can filter the pocket by the colour. There's a few little enhancements have been made to SolidCAM 2014 where you can filter out, or you can choose features and machine by the colour of it, which for complex parts might be an interesting option. Okay, first of all I'm going to start off with the straightforward first enhancement, which is in now standard in all 2.5D packages, which is multi-depth pocketing. So here we have a part in front of us that it's a simple straightforward little part that I drew up where we've got three rectangular pockets in there, and as you can see they're quite clearly different depths. So in SolidCAM now, previously what you'd have to do, you'd have had to create three different pocketing operations to do that, but now you can do it all in one, as I said. So I'm just going to add a simple milling operation, and we're going to do a pocket, obviously, and I'm going to pick the chains of the geometry exactly as you would normally by just chaining them and using the constant Z option. So I'll quickly just do that. So here's my first one, auto constant Z, and it loops around. Yeah, thank you. And the second one, auto constant Z, and the third one same way. Okay, so there we've got our three chains, 1, 2, 3, and there they are listed there. Okay, so give that the old green tick. Now let's choose my tool and wait for it to pop up. There we go. 12 million mil, is that the one I want? Let me just check. I can't remember what size that. 5 milli. No, so it isn't. Well, what I could do, I could do a rest machining option, but I'll just do a straight clear pocket operation here. 6 milli end mill there, that'll do. I'll select that. Levels. Here's where things change. In our levels option, we've got our upper level. Now that's set at whatever you want it set at. So the upper level has got to be the same. It's got to be starting from the same level. So in our case, it is that top face there, which is 0. And now we've got our choice here as to for our depths of our pockets. Is it a constant depth or are they variable, these depths? Well, we know they're variable. So I'll click on the variable option, and now we've got the variable depth menu changes. You see that when I flick between there, you've got pocket depth, and I click on there and it changes to variable depth. So I'll click on the variable depth, and here we are. It comes up with our menu and highlights our 3 chains. And here we are, chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and it's saying that our depths are at 10 millimeters because that's the depth that the first one was at. But we know that's not correct. So if I click on the first one there, that is indeed 10 millimeters. Click on the second one. Now you can see that's changed to 15 millimeters, and you can see the symbols changed here at the side. The pencil is because that's what's being drawn, that's your geometry. Now it changes to the model symbol because you've taken that depth from the model. So you'll see when I click on the third one, I'll highlight the third one, it's still at the drawn height. That's where that's taken from, the drawn height of the first chain. Click on that model, on the model there in that pocket, you see it's changed to 20, and indeed the symbol there's changed to the model reference, so that you now can see that them depths have been taken directly from the model. So click on OK there, and we can now choose carry on as normal and pick our step down values, etc., etc. So I'll stick a 5 in there because it seems to be easily divisible by them values. And in our technology, exactly the same as before. Nothing's really changed, apart from a couple of things that I'll come on to later. Sorry, I've just realised the menu. We've got this offset geometry menu here. That's what I'm going to show you in a second. But I'm just checking the offsets. I'm just leaving nothing on there, and I'm now going to, let's check my link. I'm just going to helically drill down into that. Save and calculate now, and I'll just shift that out of the way. I'm just going to put the tool path on there for now, and you can see quite clearly that it's gone to them different heights. And if I now simulate that for you, what I'm going to do is quickly host CAD, and I'm just going to show it in wireframe mode, put it on the side there. You can see quite clearly the different heights of the part there, and as I simulate it, you'll see the tool goes to the 3 different heights, all in the same operation. Okay, so there we are, all in one operation. So you've got, it's simple programming. You can create 3 pockets or however many pockets you've got, all in the same operation. Less programming time, and depending on the way your machine post is set up and etc. You know, you've got no hopping up to change tool height between operations. It just goes to the next one. Okay, another little thing we can do on this model whilst we've got it open is we have the ability now, as I said, to change the offsets of that geometry and finish it. As I said previously, you couldn't finish a geometry in a pocket that was larger than the actual drawn geometry. But now, as I hinted earlier on when I had this open, you can do that. So if I once again open the technology menu there and have a look inside there, you can see we have this extra little tab here of geometry offsets. So if I just click on the geometry button there, you can see that it highlights our 3 chains. Now, if these 3 pockets were toleranced the same, we can just put a little offset there, a little plus offset, 0.5 millimeters, just to make it visible. and I can click on apply to all, and it, sorry, 0.5 is positive, so it brings them in. I did a minus 0.5. I'll make it -1 actually, so we can see it clearly. And apply to all. Now you can see that our geometry line is bigger than the pocket. It isn't very obvious on here. I'm going to I've made it -0.1. That's why -1. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. It is early in the morning. -1 millimeter. So you can see it's quite clearly now. It's the geometry is bigger than the original line. What you'll also see is that there's actually two lines there. You've got the original line, and you've got the line that you've offset to. So you can see quite clearly which way you have changed the geometry line. You don't have to have them all the same though. That's the beauty of this. If they are toleranced differently, you may have one that is set to -1. Chain 2 might be set rather crazily at -2, and chain 3 might be +1. So you can have 3 different tolerancings on 3 different pockets, and you can alter them accordingly on the geometry there, as you can see. So that's something else that you can do on here, and I can solid verify that and show you that rather quickly. And you may be able to see the difference. I know it's only 2 millimeters from the largest to the smallest, but you may be able to see the difference between them. There you go. You can see there 3 different size pockets now, whereas before they were all the same size. So it's quite a handy little feature that if you do have a model that's been toleranced to bottom tolerance, and you have a plus tolerance on that particular part. Okay, another little feature I'm going to show you on the here that I didn't mention earlier, but I thought it might be quite nice to show you on here, is automatic chamfer recognition that we now have. So I now going to show you how to do that. If you imagine that these parts, you want to chamfer them all the way around, and it's the guy who's modelled this up, whoever he was, it was me actually, but imagine that it wasn't, you didn't know that there was going to be a chamfer all the way around there. We can have the software automatically suss out where the chamfer needs to be, and you can tell it its depth, etc. So I'm just going to add a milling operation again, and this time we have the option of chamfer recognition there. So I click on that, and first of all, to create our geometry slightly different, I'm just going to click on new, and all I'm going to do now is just click on the model, and it looks at that model and thinks, well, what can I chamfer that's in line with the Z? That's what it's looking at. Anything that's in line with the Z. I'm looking for edges here. What can I chamfer? And it's picked these faces out here. So face 1, face 2. Can you see face? It's picked these on face 2. What was face 1? I can't see what that was. Face 3 and face 4. So I'll accept that. Click on tool, select a suitable tool to be doing a chamfer, and what's more suitable than a chamfer tool? I'll pick that and just choose my levels. Now the level, all we're interested in here is the depth of that chamfer. What size chamfer do we want to create there? Well, I'll create a 1 milli chamfer around the edges there. The technology, all we're going to let it do is so a safety offset built in there, 4.5, and I've got compensation on. Nothing else interesting in there to be bothered with. All I want to be bothered with really is to lead in and lead out. I'll put an arc in and an arc out on there. Save and calculate. I'll just hide that out the way. Just have a look at our toolpath, and it's pulled our toolpath up there. I can see what's going to happen now with that, because I haven't done an operation around the outside, and we've got a rectangular stock, so it's going to it's going to cut these corners, but never mind, you get the idea of what that does. I'll simulate that now from a solid, and you'll be able to see the toolpath on there. I'll slow it right down. So where's it starting off at? Starting on the edge. It's going to go around there, and as you've already guessed, it's going to go around that corner that I haven't machined, but hey ho, that's what simulation's for. Now then, it hasn't oh yeah, there. Now then, here's a thing for you. Obviously I've retoleranced them geometries, and the chamfer is working on the original geometry, so this is where you find out things like that. I'd forgotten about that. I'd have had to have done my previous operation on the original geometry, so there's a little cock up for you there, live on air. By the way, you can see on my geometry, there's a little pencil symbol there. Now that was there to show you that that geometry has been changed. I had changed that, and there's a little warning there to remind you, but that, by the way, that geometry is being changed. So I'll go back in there and I'll change that to 0, apply to all, click on the green tick, and hey ho, that little pencil's disappeared because nothing's been changed. It's back to normal. I'll just save and calculate that rather quickly and close it down. We'll go back into our chamfer option, and I'll simulate that, do the same thing again, and bingo, we've got our chamfer on all our parts there, as we had hoped originally to have done. But there you go. That's the beauty of live television, eh? Right. Okay. I'll close this one down, and we're going to open the final model, where we are going to look at. Hang on a second. Where's my? I can't find my. I can't close this down. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm going to open another part. Here we go. Right, this is another little model I drew up earlier, more colourful this time, and this is where we're going to have a look at the being able to filter any of pockets by the colour of the face of the pocket. Now, there's a couple of reasons I can think of, and you may think of a few more reasons as to why it would be beneficial to colour surfaces for various reasons, especially if you've got lots of different pockets. Now, what I've done with this one, I've created this little part here, and I've created a colour of green there, where I can come in from the outside, and I've got a big radius here on these corners of 10 millimeters. I say big, 10 millimeters, and I can fit a largish tool, a maximum of 20 millimeters tool in there to do that and finish that quite nicely. We've got a part in here where our radius is only 9 point something millimeters, so we know our 20 milli cutter isn't going to fit in there, so we've chosen a different colour for this because we can't have it with our 20 milli cutter. And the same here, I've chosen these to be the same. We've got a smaller radius here of 8 millimeters, so we can have a maximum 16 millimeter cutter to do them pockets. And this one that I've coloured blue, the radius in the corner there is only 5 millimeters, so I'd need to have a smaller tool again there for that. So I'll just delete these little operations here that I've already created, and we can start them again. So here we are, nice colourful part, and I'm going to just use the pocket recognition feature that some of you may be interested in, or may already have indeed, and this feature will be added to the pocket recognition module. So I'll open that up, and here we go. And first thing we want to choose is our geometry, obviously, as normal. So I'll go into the new geometry, and now in the feature tree, the menu tree here, you've got now the option of color. So if I drop that down, you'll see what's in there. I'll just tick it so that I'm telling it that that is how we're going to choose it. Now you can have define, so you can define a color for it to look for. I mean, if you know the exact shade of the color that you're looking for, that's all fine and dandy, but it's far easier to pick it directly from the model. So I'm going to pick it from the model, and I'm just going to click on that green one there. I'll say pick on that. I know there's only one face, and it's not greatly difficult to choose just the one feature. I could have done that anyway quite easily, but I'll do it there. And so I've picked on that face, and there it's got it there. So I'll give that the tick. I'll quickly move on through this because this is just a straightforward pocket to clear to get to the other pockets. So here's our 20mm tool that we know we can use for that, and our levels, upper level of 0, maximum step down of 10. Technology, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to not leave anything on the walls. And our link, I'm just going to, well, it should come from the outside anyway. It should recognize that it can come from the outside, so it should do that. So I'll save and calculate, and quickly get that out the road and show you the toolpath there. It has helically milled down. I've not marked the outside edges or anything on that, but you can see that that's what it's done. It's cleared that pocket out of the way. But that's pretty straightforward because it's only one pocket. We're not really interested. What we're interested in really is the other pockets, because we're going to choose 3 pockets there by colour. So if I once again add a milling operation, choose pocket recognition, and choose my geometry once again by colour, pick from model, and I'll just click on this particular pocket here, and you'll see it's picked 3 faces. It's found the 3 faces that are that colour. So face 1, you can see highlighted there, face 2, and face 3. Okay, where's my cursor gone? Okay, so we'll accept them. Our tool this time is going to have to be different, because that's the whole reason for changing colour, because we need to use a different tool. And this is where you could have a hierarchy. You could have faces, pockets of a certain colour by the tooling that you need to use for it. So now I'm going to select a colour. In fact, thinking ahead there, you could make the colour of your tool the same colour as the face that you're working on. So it'd be, once you've got that set up, you know exactly which tool it is that you're going to be needing to use. Okay, so here we are with our 10mm tool. Our levels once again step down to 5. Technology with no offsets on, exactly the same. Save and calculate. It's giving me a warning here that the radius and length will be automatically set to the maximum available. I think that's that slot shaped pocket where it's going to be tight in there to get the arc in and arc off, is the size that I've given it. So we'll just have a look at the toolpath there now, and you can see quite clearly it's found them 3 pockets, and it's machined them to the according to the depth also. I'll just have a look at that in wireframe mode once again, and we'll look at it on its side. If I look at it on that way, you'll see it's gone to the exact depths of them pockets as to how I've had it set up. Okay. Right, so I mean that's pretty much it really. A quick half an hour of pocket recognition features there for you, and Sham for recognition on the earlier model. There is a question and answer facility here, so if you look at your webinar menu there, you can ask any questions if you like, if something that you've seen so far. If you've got any questions about either the pocket recognition or the multi-depth or the chamfer or anything else, indeed, just click on the hand symbol that's there on your screen, and where is it? And then just type a question in the question bar. I'll just wait here for a few seconds just to see if anyone's got any questions. Or if you think of something later on that you I can see someone's got the hand up. Let me just have a look at one of the questions here. No, then. Right, I'm just trying to see questions here. And it's not letting me. It's not letting me see it. Hang on a second. Right, can you solid verify that, please? Which one was that? Was that this one or the other one? I'm sorry, I'm only looking at the questions at the end of the thing. If you want me to solid verify this one, that's what I'll do now. Okay. That's the first one that's already been done. I'll solid verify the second pockets there. It's just helicling down into there. I'll tell you what I did do there that I forgot to change when I programmed it. I forgot to choose my upper level as being at that pocket. It's at the lower level. I've started from the top level there by accident in my haste. So there we are. We're starting from the top level by mistake there. I'll redo that. Upper level is that face. Okay, so now we start from the correct level there. Okay, I hope that's what you wanted there, Daniel. Oops, what's happened there? I must have stopped that in mid flow, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, let's just have a look at any of the other questions that are there. Bear with me. No, I can't see any other questions there at the moment. No, no other questions. I can't see any questions that have been asked, but I've seen that 2 people have held their hands up, but I can't see any more questions. Okay, well, that's the end of the webinar. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any questions, or if you did ask a question and I couldn't see it and haven't answered it, you can email me at les@solidcamuk.com, and I can quite happily explain it over the phone as to what has gone on today. Or you can just phone the office and someone will answer you and pass you through. Okay, well, thanks very much, everybody, and have a good bank holiday weekend, and I'll see you in a week or two for the second part of the series of webinars as What's New in SolidCAM 2014. Thank you very much. Bye.